we got Eric working on the wheels. We're doing inside the barrel of the wheels. I'm just gonna quickly prep the car. Just a quick vacuum prior to the car wash. So this is car wash detailing. We have a car wash here, but we also do detailing. So I'm gonna wash it through the tunnel because we're gonna be polishing it. Gonna vacuum it briefly, like I said, and then we're gonna get it in the front under the lights and really see what we're working with. Doing?
Okay guys, today we're cleaning the motor, take out all the water, the soap, before we start buffing the car. Now we're drying the motor, so we put the shiny stuff.
Alright, so Eric just finished blowing out all the seams to get all the excess water out. Two things we like to use. We like to use a interior dressing spray. And we also like to use, this is Chemical Guys VRP. The reason we like the spray is to get areas that are a little bit hard to reach with a normal sponge, like these openings over here. Over here is not gonna look as good with a sponge. So you can see if you have a sponge, it'll look good here, but once you get into here, it has high spots. It's just not an ideal way to do it. That's when you come in with the spray. Over here. Again, over here. Anything that has grooves or holes, anything like that in here is gonna be a little tough. So we're gonna get that sprayed up, dressed up, and once it sets, we're gonna take a dry microfiber and just knock out any high spots. All right, so we're inside the Q5. I'm just gonna show you how I briefly do the steering wheel. Gonna put a little steam just to add a little bit of water. If I don't need to use chemical, I'll try to avoid it at all costs. See, it's very dirty. All right, so the areas that the magic eraser can't really reach, the buttons, the crevices, I'm just gonna use a little mild cleaner. Green Star by Kosh Chemi. So I'm just gonna work up a lather. Try to knock off as much of the excess as you can. And that's it. That's how you clean a steering wheel. Now you'll notice I'm using a different detail brush, and that's because I'm doing the fins in the vent. I want a little bit more aggressive of a brush. If I use that blue one that I was using on the steering wheel, it's just a little too soft to really do anything. There he is. We call him Houdini. Because he always disappears. All right, finally Big Eric's starting to work on the outside. He's polishing it. Vicky's helping. Working in here. See, one area where I really love to use steam is in here. And you take some air, lightly blow it out. Something I wanted to show you guys is when you're blowing out the seats or any crevices, instead of just ripping the air, getting it everywhere, try to have a rag in your hand and just deflect it. So it'll come out of the crevices that you want and just not go all over the car. What do you got there?
Take it out from the trees.
Sap?
Yep.
So as you could see, this is a 3-inch pad as opposed to the 5-inch. So it's a lot more precise, especially in the door jambs, the headlights, the tail lights. It's a really good machine to use. So we had a guy come in the morning. He has a Porsche Macan. He's looking to get the outside done. So I gave him my number. He said he'll reach out because I told him if he can't bring it by 1 p.m., we are not going to have time to do it today. So basically another customer came in and he wants to do it right now. So it's just a good idea to take the one that is here now, because you never rely on somebody who leaves the property and says they may text you, they're going back and forth. Just take the one that's here now, because you're going to lose 2 details. So what I ended up doing, a customer dropped off a Mercedes. We're going to do that now. And I told the other customer who we were going back and forth with that, look, sorry, somebody came. The next available appointment's going to roll into Friday. So make sure you take the one that is here now so you don't end up losing 2 details. You can see from looking at this interior, I don't like to use a lot of shine, a lot of grease, anything like that. I just like to clean it very well. If I am going to use a dressing, I'm going to use a satin finish. So I don't like when you pick up the car and it's just all oily. You don't even want to put your arm on it. So if you look at the doors, very clean. The only areas where I like to use a little bit is right here. I like it right here, because a lot of times this gets scuffed up. So I clean it as best I can, and you could still see a little more scuff. So I like to put a little satin shine, but nothing on the seats other than conditioner. Take a look at the back, same thing right here. And just the rest is cleaned and conditioned.
Okay.
All right, so what are you doing?
Let's clean out the motor first. That is the first thing you have to do. Put the box in the car. Dry it up very well with the spray wax. After that we put some shiny stuff. And you see how it looks like.
All right, so we got Eric working on the Mercedes, same thing, polish again. I'm on the inside. Some of the things I like to use: steam, air, which is essential, magic eraser basically, and these are like Scotch-Brite pads. All of those have to be soaking wet when they work, otherwise they'll scratch. So we're gonna tackle the steering wheel now. I'm gonna start with a little steam just to break up the makeup and foundation. You can see right there. And you can see right there how bad it is. So I'll come back and I'll see how it came out. I'm working on this area now. I don't know what the hell this is. Came in from the cup holder. See here, I got it sprayed up. This I had to use a cleaner, an all-purpose cleaner on. I'm using my detail brush, my work stuff, and I'm gonna use some steam to help loosen up this stuff and see where it goes. Eric's still on the outside. He's working on the front of the car. Where are you at now?
I do the windshield.
He likes to do the windshield. It's a great thing. We always include that as well as the engine for a full detail at least.
Almost the same process of the car before, but just remember every car is different. So Always keeping up.
All right, so Eric's on the outside still. I'm working on the inside. Always the longest area that takes the longest time is right here. It gets the most use. It has the most little crevices. They have little cup holders that you push a button. This thing comes out. Open here. The back of here is always the most dirty. The vents. So this is going to take the most time. So I'm getting finished up in here. A lot of steam in here to loosen up that gunk. But we're almost done. Once I finish up in here, it's smooth sailing. All right, so what's a good way to clean this right here? I've seen people hang it out of the door, close the door and power wash it. But I want to try something a little bit easier and safer. So first thing I'm going to do is take a rag, tuck it in over here. All right. Take a little all-purpose, your favorite all-purpose cleaner. Soak it out, both sides. Let that sit for a second. And now watch what I'm going to do. Okay. Probably gonna have to hit it again, but it's already a lot better. Not bad, not bad. So we got Vicky vacuuming and using the Vortex. Show me how this works. Really good tool at getting sand out, dog hair, anything. You look here, you take this out, and look at all that sand that gets stuck in there. You know that? I'm gonna use the vacuum so it doesn't get everywhere. Then you clean in here too, and carefully put it back. That's all. All right, it's almost time to go home. We're just about finished on this Mercedes. Check up on Eric. All right, where are you at on here?
Shining the plastic, man.
He's doing the trim. Yep. Outside's all done. Very, very clean. He used Kosh chemical polish followed by a hybrid ceramic. Inside's all done. I just got to do the windows and a couple little spots I want to shine on the plastic. Like here, I'm going to shine just the black to try to hide this from the kids kicking. All right, so that's it. The customer came basically when we were finishing up, so I really didn't have time to make a video, but we did 2 full details today. The first one was the Audi Q5. The second one was the Mercedes truck, so both very big trucks. Both full details, both were polished, and we finished up in 8 hours with 2 people. So we were able to do 2 full details on 2 trucks. If we pushed real hard, we probably could have done another exterior, but we like to take our time here, so that's it. This channel has changed now, so we're going to be doing a lot of car wash detail vlogs, so I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy the videos we make. Yep. 2 hands because I really want to. Oh, shit.